And I need to thank Diatino for organizing this and doing a great translation into French. Oftentimes when we have these books about startups, when they're converted into French, they're not necessarily the greatest, and this one is really good, so it's a fantastic book. You'll see later on at the roundtable that we are big fans of client discovery and client development. We have two teams that are going to talk about their experiences. And the way that I found out about all of this was about 10 or 12 years ago. I was in a startup in New York, and 10 or 12 years ago it was a rough time to be in startups. We had some cash flow and we were buying other companies with our shares. So we would go and find out things. So I met Bob because he had a company. And he gave me quite a grilling about how I was going to do things. And my view was I had my ideas, and my ideas were good, and they were the best. He sort of explained how you go about client development, and I didn't quite get it. Honestly, I thought he was really kind of out there. I didn't know what he was doing. He didn't understand me, so it was clear. So we went on. About 6 months later, the economy got even worse. It was getting a little rough for me. And I thought, well, you know, I met this guy, and he gave me these crazy ideas. What does it cost me to try it? So I made a list of what I thought would be the top 10 things that my clients would want. And I ordered them, most profitable, next, next. So you got down to 10, I was almost losing money, but I was getting cash flow. And it was a bad time in New York and all over the world for startups. So I thought, let's do that. I'll go and talk to these people. So I called up 5 of my clients that I had some rapport and could trust. I invited them for coffee, just coffee, at an offsite, not at their office, not at my office. And it cost me $100 to rent the room, get coffee and cookies and tea. And we sat down, and I said, here's what I'm thinking about doing, here's my list, 1 through 3, 10. And they go, this is very interesting. We discussed, they asked what it was. And they said, John, do you mind if we talk amongst ourselves without you for a while? I said, no problem. I go wait in the lobby. I waited for 20 minutes, they came back and got me, and they said, we like that you're talking to us. This is new for you. Usually you just tell us stuff. We like this. And we like that you're asking our help. And so we're going to tell you what we want. We want number 4, we want number 9, and we want something that you haven't talked about. So I didn't have enough money to develop 1, 2, and 3. I would have developed 3 things that nobody wanted. And so, but I'm a little crestfallen because I ordered them in profitability, 1 through 10. And they wanted the things that were low profit. So the other thing that's in their thing is you ask the customer how much it would go for. And I expected, $25,000 for number 4. And I'm like, oh gosh, okay, I'm not going to make much money this year. It's going to be bad. And I said, how much? And they said, we think a fair price is $100,000. I was ecstatic. I had to hide my smile because I didn't want them to see it. This is better than number 1. Because it's cheap, the profit just went way up. I said, okay, how much about number 9? And I thought number 9 was about 5,000. And they said, oh yeah, that would be about 25 to 40,000, depending on what you do with it. I was a convert. Client discovery and client development, my job as a CEO got really easy. Because what I had to do was just go to my clients, ask them what they want, make some propositions, talk to them, and they would tell me what they wanted. So I never had to take risks when I was developing. So then when I started doing another startup and another startup, I used the method. It was very effective. And with the startups that we work with, that's what we do.